Okay, now we are back. We're totally back. I'm following Bevy's advice. She said I'm supposed to do that. So people need to go fuck themselves as far as I'm concerned if they're going to mess with me. Okay. Hi again, Taylor. I asked if you can send me your shirataki noodles, please. If you could send those to my house today. I need them to arrive today, because they didn't have them at the grocery store I was at. And I spent about 10 minutes, and Bevy, I was like, where are my fucking nudes? And Bevy's like, don't you wear your nudes in the grocery store? So, anywho, Nanner, here we are. Yes, I'm going with I only eat them in my chicken noodle soup, bitch. So I'm only going to go wispy curtain bang style. And my daughter wants to dye her hair, but somehow thinks it's like a whole thing if it's like, you're then. Anyway, we're back. And so let me reintroduce myself. My name is Jen. I'm your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption and everything else to work in your favor. I already know that sounds good to you, so click that follow button, subscribe button wherever you're watching from. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, you can always catch them on the tube of the U. So while you're there, subscribe. Subscribe right now. Watch them. Although I have to go back because I don't know why. I was putting all the banners, or what do you call them, thumbnails, on my YouTube videos, and they're uploading weird. Like one is like 11 minutes. The other one's like 52 minutes. I'm like, huh? And so I have to go back and I might delete them. And then one's like 52 hours. I'm like, what the fuck? So I may have to go through and see if they'll upload correctly and then repost them. So if you see like a bunch of old ones being, well, not old, they'll be like 3-4 days old, being reposted, that's what that shit is. Okay, I manifested my SP back from no contact to living with me in 4 weeks. I'm here to help you do the same because I'm good at it, and I'm here to help you be good at it. So if you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one to figure out where you're going wrong so you can get your shit right and tight, then all links are in my bio. We also have text coaching, a WhatsApp community, which you should join, by the way, unless you've been sleeping under a fucking rock, because you get coaching there. As well as you can get inspired by all the massive success stories we have popping off literally on the daily. Okay. And we also have, we just launched, we have SP stories where we write your SP story for you, which that has been a defining point in a lot of people's movement with their SPs, is getting their SP story rewritten for them, or getting it written for them. Yes, Ness, I know they're fire, aren't they? You can buy as many songs as you want. I think I have on their quantity, but then you just be specific and say like, I want one on self-concept. I want one on this, or whatever you want. No big deal. We got your back. Okay. And we just launched SP story songs, and where they're going to take your SP story and they're going to put it into a song. It is a custom song that is just for you. People are loving them, by the way. They're like, this shit is fire. Yes, it's a banger for sure. So definitely get it. Why not? We're the only ones that offer it, actually. That's our purple cow, by the way. That's what makes us different, because we're always trying to help you guys out and give you a leg up. So we talk mainly SP. So grab your SP story and grab your SP song, because it's going to be your wedding song anyway. So you may as well have a custom song that plays at your wedding that no one's ever even heard of. Yes. And go tell your friends, family. Go do that now. Okay. Also, we have a friendly contest every day here on the TikTok. If you go ahead and you repost this video or live, and you share this live, then you'll be entered to win some amazing prizes. What up, Jimmy? It was good. Long time no talk, you bitch. You'll be entered to win some amazing prizes. Sometimes we give you an opportunity to work with me, and then you're also entered to win all kinds of shit. Maybe we'll give away an SP song. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Okay? Yes, Lisa with Butterfly, I am singing the song. I'm just kidding. I should say that. I'm singing, yes, it's sang by me. But if you have any SP questions, drop them in the comments below, because that's what we talk about mainly around here, SPs. If you don't like that shit, scroll to the next. But we're good at manifesting whatever you want. You want to get rid of gutter trash? That's our specialty around here, is to get rid of gutter trash. If you want to find your lost cat, we can help you find your lost cat. We've actually helped 4 people find their lost cat. If you want to know how to manifest weight loss, business success, money, health, appearance change, all that shit, we've done it all here. Okay, so I don't teach on anything that I don't feel comfortable teaching on, because I haven't done it myself. So if I haven't done it myself, then I'm not going to tell you how to fucking do it. That's stupid. But what is going on here? There's a lot of people out there that are teaching on things they don't know anything about, and you can tell by what they're talking about. So be careful what you're listening to on the internet. Okay. Well, good, Jackie. Good. Good. Affirm gutter trash right up into the dumpster that she crawled out of. Okay. Someone else new is coming in. How I want SP. Miranda, the reason why you will get someone else that seems to come in on how you want your SP, and this is for everybody who sees somebody else as conforming versus the one that they want. The reason for that is because of how you see them, how you describe them, and also what you also know about them. So you may have somebody that you know will do anything for you, right? You know that they want to be with you. You just don't want to be with them. You know they have feelings for you. You know this, you know that, you know this about that person. That is why they're conforming. Also, if you don't have like bad history with this person, that's also why they may be conforming too, because you don't have a bad description with them. You don't have bad history. So because of that, that's why they'll conform. So you want to take what you know and be honest with yourself. What is it that I know about the person that's coming in? How I want my SP. How would I naturally, if homegirl was to sit there and call me and be like, tell me about this person, how would you naturally describe this person? Even if they're not like a love interest of yours, even if it's not somebody that you're actually interested in, how would you describe them? Okay, well then you need to take that shit like an SD card and pop that into SP. Because then you'll see SP coming the exact same way as the other person is coming in. Okay. This happens a lot. And I think it's hilarious, actually, quite frank. Because Nadine, you're saying if I'm expecting him to answer me, why not call him since his birthday was yesterday? Because why would you call him? Because here's the thing, you're not expecting him to answer you. Because what is the first thing that you said? You did nothing but check. Okay, so you sent him the text, right? And then you said he opened it an hour after I sent it. How the fuck would you know that? How would you know that? It doesn't tell you when they opened your shit. The only way you would know that is because you checked and 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 then all of a sudden saw it opened. And then looked at the time and knew you sent it an hour ago. That's the only way you knew. But what else did you say after that shit? Go ahead. What did you say after that? You said, and he didn't respond, which I knew, or some shit like that is what you said. Some shit like that is what you said. So you weren't expecting him to respond because you literally said you knew he wouldn't. Come on, let's keep it real. That's what you said. So, and then you were like a mad woman. Let's call it what it is. You were like a mad woman on fucking Facebook, checking his shit over and over and over again like a bona fide stalker. So you weren't expecting him to answer you at all. You weren't. You wanted him to, but you weren't expecting him to. That's your problem. That's your problem. You're going against everything we're trying to do. Everything we're doing. You're going against it over and over and over again because you're checking. What were you wanting to find on his Facebook yesterday? Were you wanting to find him having fun without you? Why would you have checked? You keep checking. Like you ain't got no job. Like you have nothing else to do. And you can call him But what good is that going to do for you? What good is that going to do for you? Because how are you going to react in your thought space if he doesn't answer? How are you going to react? That's the problem. That's the problem. Then you're going to get all fucked up in your thoughts about it, and you're going to cry about it, and you're going to come in our community and you're going to cry about it, about he didn't fucking answer. And I don't know why I thought for sure he would answer. No, you didn't. That's the problem. That's the problem. Is you didn't think he would answer. You wanted him to, but you didn't think he would. Because you even said that. He didn't answer as expected, or some shit like that is what you said. Okay. And so you keep diverting back to, I want this thing, but I'm expecting typical behavior from him. And that's your problem, which is why you're getting the opposite, not responding, because you're expecting the opposite fucking behavior from Nadine. So should you call him? Fuck no. And the only reason why I say that you're not the same as everybody else, okay? Because you're the same as a lot of people. Do I advise that you call them? Literally depends on your headspace, and it depends on where you're at with your SP. Okay? If you know, and you're not lying to yourself, but if you know that, yeah, they'd likely answer, then sure, there's nothing wrong with calling them. What up, baby girlfriend? I had to restart the live, bitch. I took your advice. Aren't you proud of me? Aren't you proud of me? I got flagged in the first fucking 3 minutes, so I restarted. So that's your only problem, is you're wanting something, but you're not expecting them to. So I would strongly advise against that. Thank you, Betty. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna check out your update, Haley, because I'm excited to hear your update. Because I saw you come through, I was like, where the fuck is this bitch been? I don't abandon all you guys, clearly. Okay, so I'm going to strongly advise that you do not. Yeah, see, they're freaking amazing. They're amazing. People are loving them. They're loving them. Okay. Let's see. Would you recommend that or the one-on-one? Recommend what? Muslims? Would I recommend you just rewrite your SP story and get the song? I mean, you can, for sure, 100%. But what the fuck do you think I'm going to say? I highly recommend a one-on-one. Why? Because I'm good at what I do. And I'm good at figuring out what the problem is. Okay? I'm good at figuring out what your problem is so that you can get it right. Okay? So I let you guys talk. Okay? I ask for backstory because there's things that you'll say in the backstory. So sometimes, like, you guys will get your SP stories written, right? And then we'll jump on a one-on-one call. But you'll say some things when I'm talking about when I'm listening to your backstory that you may not have mentioned when you got your SP story written. So I'll have you add that, right? I'll be like, we need to flip this, and I want you to add this, right? Or there's things that maybe you might mention casually from something they experienced growing up as a child or past relationships. And I'll be like, well, we need to flip that, and I want you to add this to your story, right? So things like that. So, so a lot of people do prefer to get on. An SP story and a song are not the same as getting one-on-one coaching. So I think you should do it all. And because I love to talk to you. All right. So can you manifest SP just reaching out, or is there more to it? No, there's no different. Manifesting an SP reaching out to you is no different than manifesting them to be with you. I mean, it depends. Do you just want them to reach out for what? So it depends on why you want them to reach out, because, and it all depends too on how you see them as well, because they can reach out to you today, but it could not be very nice, right? So you got what you wanted, them to reach out to you. But for them to be an asshole, rude, disrespectful, yell at you and tell you to fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's a difference. There's a difference. When somebody first came to us, she was a lot. She was going through a lot, right? Like this was fresh for her. And so she was going through a lot. So basically this turned into being like a coaching session and me yelling at her fucking session for like an hour. And so, we did the photo method and she got contact from her SP, but it wasn't nice contact. And so she's like, well, I got an email, but it was not a nice email. So you have to see them in a way that you want to see them, and because the thing is the way you see them will control the tonality of how they reach out, right? It'll control what they tell you, and how they talk to you is how you see them. So you'd have to see them a certain way, and then you want to manifest your SP reaching out. Sure. You just have to tell yourself, like, I'm all he ever thinks about. He's fucking obsessed with me. I'm all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting me. In fact, I know he's texting me right now. He's going to text me today. He is definitely going to text me today. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I told all of you guys yesterday that you should tell yourself, if you're a no contact, that I know that they're going to reach out to me. I know he's contacting me today. I know this. I know he's going to contact me today. I know he's going to call me today. Okay. I did that yesterday with somebody at random. Care to guess who called me twice in a row? That person. I was busy watching Dexter with my daughter. She's the worst, by the way, because I made a mistake by telling her that I had watched Dexter when it fucking first came out. So now she's like, do you remember what happens in episode 1, season 1, episode 1? No. Do you know his actual name? No. She goes, do you remember who the ice truck killer was? No. Do you remember who this is? Do you remember what happens next? No. What part of no don't you understand? And I was like, will you shut up so we can watch the movie? Are you gonna keep talking through this entire freaking TV show? And then she decided she wanted donuts because Dexter Morgan brought in donuts. So she decided she was going to sleep on the couch and wait for her donuts. So who the fuck goes out and gets her donuts at 8 o'clock this morning? Me. And then on my way out, my squirrel was there for his morning walnuts. Like he was hanging out. He was hanging out. And then he jumped down like he was about to walk in my whole ass fucking house. I was like, excuse me. Pause. But who the hell is walking out of their home, turns around, walks back into the home just to get a walnut for the fucking squirrel? Me. And then I gave it to him. And then I put another one out there so he has seconds. And then I left. Oh, boy. You had a dream about your SP, Tyrese. I love that. You guys should all be doing my dream method. It works like it's going out of style. If you want to see... Yeah, that's true. I was on the call. I was on the phone, baby, when this happened. I was like, excuse me while I talk to my squirrel. Oh, man. But, oh, yeah, Flashy. Fuck. I'll call you. I'm going to call you today, bitch. I'm calling you today. Yes, I will call you. But you guys do know that I have a life outside of, normal operating hours. So I was watching Dexter with my daughter. I missed 2 phone calls because I put my phone on silent sometimes. And then I cook dinner and shit. And then clients are calling me like I have nothing else to do at 8 p.m. at night. But the dream method is this. You fall asleep in one affirmation. I made a whole video. I should make you go watch it to help me get my, views up. But you fall asleep in one affirmation. You should all be doing this. You should all fall asleep in one affirmation. Something so simple as he is so in love with me. He is so in love with me. He is so in love with me. And watch him show up in your dreams. Every time. Every time. I will have some, like if I fall asleep at random, because like I'm watching something or whatever and I just fall asleep. Obviously I didn't fall asleep in an affirmation, right? So I'll have a random dream. Usually I'm coaching you guys or doing some random shit like that. But then when I wake up to go to the bathroom, I'll fall asleep again. But now because I'm actually going back to sleep, I'll fall asleep in one affirmation. And that's my affirmation. He is so in love with me. And he'll be in my dream. Even though he's next to me, he's still in my dream. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Ray, you probably did. Do you know how many people have ran into their SPs? Do you know how many people have ran into their SPs randomly driving in their cars or walking on the street or like going to a coffee shop and they just happen to be there or going to a bar and there they are? You know what I'm saying? Like there are so many times that happens. So many times that happens. One person, that's how they came back in contact. They happen to, what's the chance that you happen to be driving past each other and see each other? On a freeway, going opposite directions. As if you were the only fucking car on the freeway. You know? An SOS. What the fuck's SOS? I know this one. SOS. You had an emergency. I know that's what that is, right? Because isn't that what they write in the sand on the beach when they're stranded? Yes. Okay. You had an emergency today at the hospital. I need you though. No problem, Courtney. No problem, sister. I just saw your message, I think, and sincerely, my condolences, for sure. You've been affirming all day for like a month for my SP, and I got movement here and there. Well, snaps for nay. Sabrina, can I call you? Nope. Were you the one that fucking called me yesterday? I have multiple Sabrinas. Were you the one that called me yesterday? If you were, I'll call you back. Who's this? Lenore, you want to talk? Sure, I'm at your liege. Whenever you guys want, I sure, call me. Oh, sure, I'm at your liege. Whenever you like to call me, absolutely, absolutely. Look, another success story about their SP. Snaps for Angela. Yes, I already. Bevy thinks. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. This bitch is calling me. I'm like, what the fuck? As I'm like whispering because my daughter's sleeping on the couch. I'm trying to walk out the house. Why I'm whispering? She's on the fucking couch. I should have talked a normal tone. Because I did that when I got back home. Because I was like, oh, hell no. I'm not going to about to whisper because a child chose to sleep on the couch when she has a whole ass bedroom. She can't sleep. So she got her little happy ass up and went to her bedroom. And then came back to grab her donuts. And she had a dozen donut holes already. But when she has her body, she can eat whatever she wants. Nadine, yes, you were triggered yesterday. Why? If you would just relax, I want you, Nadine, for the next 24 hours to fucking relax. Relax. Like literally, I want you to relax for the next 24 hours. Fucking relax. I want you just to relax and just be. I want you to really practice in living in the knowing that he obviously wants to be with you. I want you to practice that. I want you to, instead of stalking on social media, your SP, I want you to take that same energy, that same amount of effort, and I want you to practice just knowing that he wants to be with you, knowing that he's going to call you. Why don't you practice just knowing that he's going to text you? Okay? I want you just to work on that. Get off of fucking social media. Stop stalking his ass. And I want you just to say, okay, I'm going to take the next 24 hours and I'm just going to focus on my inner conversations all about, like, he absolutely wants to talk to me. He cannot wait to respond to me. I know he loved my birthday message and he has thought about me ever since, and he's absolutely going to contact me. He's totally calling me. Why don't you just practice that for 24 fucking hours? Just do that. Just do that. Nina got an unexpected text from SP this morning. When I get a text, it's usually unexpected. Well, we're going to snaps for you, Nina, on that, okay? But why the fuck wouldn't you start expecting a text? What do you mean they're unexpected? Why don't you expect him to text you? Because they might happen. Here's the thing. If you started expecting him to text you, then instead of getting random texts, they might happen a lot more frequently if you started expecting them to text you. And because then it would happen more frequently, much more frequently. Yeah, Lulu, amen. Well, I don't know why she keeps checking. Nadine, checking doesn't cause a delay. Okay, no, checking doesn't cause a delay, but it's your reaction to when you check. It's your thought process that leads up to when you're checking, during checking, and after checking. That's what causes a delay, because your subconscious mind doesn't know what you're looking at. Okay, so it has no idea that you're checking their profile. You can check their profile 55,000 times a day. It has no idea that that's what you're doing. If you would assign positive meaning to that, okay? If you would assign positive meaning to that. So it's like you go on Facebook and you see that he's online. You're like, I know he's thinking about me right now. He's only on Facebook because he wants to see if I'm on Facebook. Of course, because I know he's thinking about me. That's different than, he's on Facebook right now, but he can't message me back. Why isn't he messaging me back if he's on Facebook? Who's he talking to when he's on Facebook? You know what I'm saying? That's totally different. Then you go on their profile and you're noticing, and now you don't just look at their pictures or what he posts. Now you're also snooping. Now you're reading all the comments that he's leaving, or that people are leaving. And now you're even checking the emojis who liked his shit. And God forbid someone gives a heart. Oh, because you lose your shit now. So now here you are, all in here some more. And that's what causes the delay. Versus if you went and saw his shit, you're like, no, he's so cute. He obviously had such a great birthday. And he wants me to see all about it. Like, yes, look at him trying to get my attention. He's always trying to get my attention, or just affirming your ass while you're checking. I just lost all comments, guys. Sorry. So if you left one, I can't see it. If you asked the question, I can't see it. So, you know what I'm saying? So, things like that becomes an issue. Okay. That becomes, or for some reason but I can only see like a huge chunk of them went away. I don't know why. It's weird. Okay. So that's what's causing the delay. Okay. That's it. It's not the checking itself, but you should be affirming while you're checking. Like if I was to, so like in the past, if I was to ever have gone on Gutter Trash's profile, I would start affirming before I even searched that hoe up. Yeah. I would affirm my affirmations. He can't fucking stand her. She's gone away. 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 And then say, and the RANT thing, like, she's so fucking pathetic. Jesus Christ. Like, ew, gross. She's so pathetic. You know what I'm saying? Different things like that instead of breathing life into her. Okay? That's not what I would be doing. So instead, it's affirming against her because your subconscious mind doesn't know you're on that person's profile. Okay? And then when you're done, then you're done. And then you click out and keep pushing and keep affirming. And then you go back to your own profile. You see he's active now. Look at him thinking about me. He always thinks about me. That's why he goes. That's the only reason why he goes on social media is to see what I'm doing. Yeah, it's to see if I'm online because he can't stop thinking about me. That's different. I tell you guys, toot your own fucking horn. Everything is about you. They're on WhatsApp right now. Oh, yeah, of course they are because they want to see if I'm on WhatsApp because all they can do is think about me. That's the only reason why they're on this shit. Tell yourself that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So when you do that, it's different than what you're currently doing when you check. Okay? Because when you currently are checking, no. I get calls and texts from my wife now just to start a conversation. No Facebook status off. Snaps for Shantae. Snaps for Shantae. See, that's how it works. That's how it works. Let me take a screenshot of that, though. Oh, before I, shut my phone off. There's that part. I'm doing something with all these screenshots. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But I should do that today. I'm going to put them all on everything. Memes, order forms, so you can see how many we have of, results. Instead of the handful I've managed to put up there because I just haven't committed the time to it, but I probably should commit the time to it. But if I did, I'm telling you, the order form is going to be 55 miles long. So you can just stop after the checkout because after that, they're going to be hundreds of testimonials. Maybe I'll just put them all on one page. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway. Okay, Lindsay, come on down, sister. The only thing I find I'm having resistance with is communication with SP. It's not, yeah, seriously. Thanks, baby. Good looking out, sis. It's not as often as I want. Yeah, Lindsay, I would just start. First of all, don't tell yourself you're having resistance with communication with your SP, okay? But it's not as often as you want. So it depends on the current status of how you guys talk, okay? So if everything is great, it's one of those read the rooms, okay? So if everything's great between you guys when you guys talk and everything, there's a difference between forcing the 3D the right way and the wrong way, okay? So if you were to react and be like, I never hear from you, this, that, and the fucking third, then that is forcing the 3D the wrong way. Now, if you were to cede to your SP, there's a way to encourage the 3D, okay? Into you guys have great conversations. It's yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm off. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, text me later. Or, text me in the morning when you wake up, right? You're not asking, you're telling, but in a nice way because again, remember, tonality is 9/10 of communication. Okay, so it's you say it in a nice way, or if you're gonna do it by text, text me tonight before you go to bed. Winky face emoji. Something like that. Or, with the blushy cheeks emoji, something like that after to encourage more communication. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to do that. When, if my boyfriend would call me and say goodnight, I'd be I would say goodnight, obviously. But then I'd be now I'm going to miss my goodnight text. I said, you can still text me goodnight, though. And what do you think I would get? A goodnight fucking text. Okay, see what I'm saying? So, things like that. Where I'd be I miss my emojis. in the text, LOL or a laughing face, right? So what do you think I would get? More emojis in the text, right? Things like that you can say to them, things like that. So that's one, but read the room, okay? And then two, you need to start telling yourself that. Like, throw random shit out there. I'd be like, I know he's gonna text me any minute now. Yeah, he texts me all day, every fucking day. Literally, he texts me all day, every day. He loves talking to me. Talking to me is his favorite part of the day. Like, he cannot stop talking to me. He loves to talk to me. He has to text me every freaking day. He texts me good morning every single day. He loves to text me throughout the day. He's always checking in with me. All right, throughout the day, he's always checking in with me. Things like that. Okay? Because then you will find that to be very true for you. I'm seeing all these calls being booked. Oh, I'm not going to go live on Sunday, just so you guys know. Unless it's later in the day, because it's Father's Day. And so clearly I'll be with my father. But he's not a let's hang out all fucking day type of guy. He's a let's go out to lunch and then sayonara type of guy. So I'll be at lunch for 2 hours having Mongolian barbecue, which I fucking love. It slaps. So anyway, I'll be there at All You Can Eat Mongolian. But then I'll probably spend that day recording a shit ton of video content. And Saturday, I need to record a crap ton of video content because you guys be booking coaching calls like it's going up style during the week. Okay, did that help, Lindsay? I hope that helped. Because I want you to focus on that part. Nadine, she says, okay. Like, so no check-in, no reacting. Yeah, well, definitely does. No reacting, 1,000%. No reacting. You can get him to agree to a date and his affection, but the constant texting and calling. Yeah, so that's all you have to do is shift that focus, but keep that. That's where I never, when I was doing my affirming, like I was telling somebody today, the ones that I give you guys if you're in no contact, when I was saying those, 5 affirmations that I say here all the time, I never dropped any of them. And then when I got my full manifestation, and this is just how it was, well, then I went ahead and moved on to, he's so in love with me, he wants to live with me. He's so in love with me, he wants to live with me. Okay, and that didn't take long at all. That took like maybe a week and a half. It didn't take long at all. And then when that happened, I persisted with that same affirmations because I dropped them initially. And then it slid back. So then I persisted again. And within 4 days, we were right back on track. So then after that, then I dropped those when it was permanent and was like, he's so in love with me, he wants to marry me. That type of affirmations. But you have to persist beyond getting what you want, because it can easily slide back if you don't persist beyond it. You must continue with them. Even if you get your full manifestation, you still need to persist in the affirmations, because this is why people will get hot and cold behavior or it will slide back. Because they'll be like, now they're acting distant again. Of course, because you stopped affirming, you stopped your inner conversations about it, and there's still a level of wavering going on, especially at first. They may imply that you're in a relationship, right? But you're still questioning, like, is this what it is though? You have to persist beyond it. So I persisted in, even though we talked all day, every day, okay? Like, we talked all the time, every single day. I never questioned if I would hear from him. It was just too much in my brain power to let that shit go, because it was so natural for me to say them in the sequential order that I was just like, I just kept saying all of them, even though I knew that I would talk to him, even though I knew that we talked every single day throughout the day. I just kept them anyway. It didn't hurt. It was just routine. want to meet you, Nadine. What up, Deva? What's your problem? I don't know what the fucking problem is, girl. I haven't read your shit yet. Sometimes if you guys spiral or you're like, Jen, can we talk? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What's the problem? I'm being triggered. Oftentimes, let me tell you the main reason why oftentimes I don't respond right away to those comments is because I'm pretty sure that whatever you're being, I am willing to bank on whatever's triggering you is stupid as fuck. I'm willing to bank on that. Which is why I'm just like, I'll look and I'll see, like, because when on text, before you even open it, you can see like the first 5 fucking words. And I'll see the first 5 words. I'll be like, I'll put my phone down and go about my day. Because why? Well, then let me trigger you some more since you're getting triggered easily. And I know it's over some stupid ass shit. So, well, then allow me to continue to let you get triggered by not responding. Because it's usually something fucking stupid. I don't think I've ever jumped on a call or talked to you when you were spiraling or getting triggered because something triggers you to spiral. And I don't think not one time have I ever jumped on a call and it was warranted the triggering. Ever. Ever. It's usually like, my reaction's usually always the same. I'm like, what the fuck? So fucking what? How is this a big deal? Oh, man. I'm just saying. What up, Gold Baby Love? Ugh, Tony. Is there a reason why circumstances don't matter, even if they're bad? Yes, because whatever has to happen for you to aid in your manifestation will happen. Now, here's the thing. Circumstances don't matter and they do matter at the same time. And let me explain what I mean by this. Circumstances don't matter if you don't breathe life into it, if you don't look at it as a circumstance. Okay? So if you don't look at it as a problem, then it doesn't matter. But if you look at it as a problem, then it does matter. See what I'm saying? So that's the thing is, and I don't think people explain that. They just say circumstances don't matter. Whatever has to happen to aid in your manifestation will happen. Whoever has to move to get what you want will move. Yeah, but you have to view that not as a circumstance. Okay? If you're viewing it as a circumstance, as a problem, as a reason why you can't have your manifestation, then that's going to be true for you. So then the circumstance does matter. Ooh. Knocked one off the Post-it note. Can anyone explain why my fucking power bill was $318? Ew. I'm going to write that down because I'll make a video about this. Circumstances matter, don't matter. My mind will remember where I was going with that. See, and that's what people don't explain. They only explain half of the fucking equation. Okay? They only explain half of the coin, half the side of the coin, where they're like, circumstances don't matter. And that's true. But you can't view it as a circumstance. So, like, gutter trash. A lot of people consider gutter trash a circumstance, right? But here's the thing is if you view gutter trash as a circumstance, as a reason why you can't be with your SP, standing in between you and your SP, then you will be right. So then the circumstance does matter. Okay. Because either way it goes, you're right. Whatever you think you're right. So if you don't see how you and your boyfriend can be together, or you're like, no, we live long distance, so there's no way that this can work. Well, then you will be right. Then the circumstance does matter. Okay. But if you're like, no, it doesn't fucking matter. Like if you don't, and you don't even have to tell yourself that, you just don't have to look at it as a problem. Okay. You don't have to look at it as a problem. So when you first find out about gutter trash, do you view it as a problem? Yes. Duh. You know what I'm saying? Because your feelings are hurt. And so you go through emotions when you first find out that there's gutter trash in the picture. But at some point, you have to be like, no, fuck her. Right? And that's what I did. I was like, no, I didn't have to tell myself circumstances didn't matter. I was just like, well, I think I did like once because I was like, no, that's a circumstance, but it doesn't matter because people break up all the fucking time. So I'm going to go and banish her and then get what I want. But I didn't view her as the reason why I couldn't be with him. Okay. So same with anything else you're going through is if you're going to view these as circumstances and be like, situation's really bad. Like we have a lot of really bad circumstances and this is a problem because if we can't get over this, then we can't be together, then you will be right. Then you better hurry up and get to deciding that you've gotten over this, that she's gotten over this, that you can move on beyond this, right? Because you're creating that assumption of the circumstance. So when you create, because everything's an assumption that you're creating through your fucking thoughts, which is why I tell you guys to stop breathing life, stop thinking worst case scenarios, stop getting triggered, stop spiraling, because remember what you tell yourself, if you tell yourself enough, it's going to become an assumption. Why would you do that with something that you don't want? Why would you do that with something that you don't want? Because telling yourself, how do you create an assumption? By telling yourself something repeatedly. So why would you want to repeatedly tell yourself that they don't want to be with you? Why would you want to repeatedly tell yourself that shit is really bad between us? Why would you want to repeatedly tell yourself that they don't want to talk to me? Why would you repeatedly want to tell yourself that you're in no contact? Why would you want to, because that's, you're creating an assumption that keeps it right in place. And the problem when you do that enough and you create an assumption, bitches, is now in order for you to get something different, you have to work in overtime in recreating a new assumption that overrides the old assumption. So stop telling yourselves that you're in no contact, because I told you guys that that's fucking not true. Okay? Stop telling yourself that they don't want to be with you, because that's not true. Okay? Stop telling yourself all this shit, because when you tell I'm going to tell you one more time, if you tell yourself that enough, it is an assumption now that you have created. So now you want them to be with you. You want them to call you. You want them to talk to you. Well, now you have to discipline yourself even more to tell yourself something different over and over and over again to override the assumption that you created, all because you kept telling yourself what you didn't want. So that's why I tell yourself, you better flip that shit. You better flip it, and you better stop doing that. I told you, I never knew no contact a fucking thing until I entered the manifestation community. And I was like, oh, is that what you called this? There's a term for it. Which I think is ironic. I think it's ironic, but this is why they do this. You understand why law of assumption coaches and other coaches, law of attraction coaches, you understand why they tell you this shit, right? Coin phrases like no fucking contact. Because they're creating an assumption in you that doesn't benefit you, so now you need them. I won't do that to you. So instead, I'll tell you the opposite. No contact doesn't exist, which is true. Okay, that's the thing too. That's where I was like, okay, so you same coaches. Let me see if I understand your analogy correctly. So you teach the law of assumption, law of attraction, what the fuck ever they teach. Okay, you teach all this, but like you got the whisper method, right? You want me to creep into their room like a bona fide stalker, and you want me to whisper in their ear, call me. Like I'm fucking Cleo. Remember? Call me now. Remember? You're gonna call me now. Call me now. Call me now. Kiss them on their forehead, which I had a hard time doing because my boyfriend wore hats. Kiss them on their forehead and then creep back out of their room. which is thought transmission. So I acknowledge that thought transmission is real, but then you keep acknowledging to them that they're in no contact with their SP. Isn't that the opposite? I mean, I'm just going to throw that out there. So, if anything, they should say you're in no contact in the 3D. But no contact, last time I checked, is no contact. So, anywho, nanner, and rant about those morons who don't, again, know what they're talking about, or love to talk out of two sides of their fucking mouth. But back to you. You cannot, so I want you guys, I tell you this because I really want you guys to really, really understand that your inner conversations, the things that you're constantly telling yourself, if you tell yourself that enough, you're creating an assumption. And your assumptions are what's in your 3D. Okay. So you would have to work, now you have to work in overtime to rewrite an assumption. Why would you do that? When you could just, give yourself automatically the assumption you want instead. Okay. Instead, I never told myself, like, we're not talking, we're not talking, we're not fucking talking, we're not talking, we're not talking. Yeah. It's been like 4 months and we haven't talked. I didn't do that. I didn't do that at all. I just did techniques. In the beginning and all the stupid shit that didn't get anything because I was checking because that's the thing, you were checking, all that stuff. But I didn't do, I didn't tell myself, and I don't know, I just felt like, this is why I tell you guys that if you guys would protect your feelings over anything, who's supposed to protect your feelings? You. No one else is supposed to protect your feelings. No one else is responsible for your happiness except for you. Okay? You can't put that pressure on anybody else. You can't be like, I can't be happy. Unless I'm with my SP. That's a lot of pressure put on your SP. So your SP is now responsible for your fucking happiness? No. You're responsible for your happiness. Okay? You're responsible for everything in your life, period. But mainly, you should be the one that protects your feelings at all costs. At all costs. Your as a Snoop game is fucking absurd. Your Snoop game is fucking ridiculous. It's so fucking stupid. Let's talk about it. It's so fucking dumb. I'm seeing here right now in my tag, I can see right now in the WhatsApp, somebody just posted that they added their ex back on Snapchat. How the fuck do you know that? How do you know that? Because your Snoop game is absurd. It's ridiculous. You're acting like a bunch of fucking adolescent juveniles going on their shit like a bona fide ass stalker, looking at their friends list, looking at who likes their shit. Are you insane? Are you fucking insane? Why are you doing that? They added their ex back on Snapchat. So what? So fucking what? You know what? You get what you deserve. So you know what? If you want to go snoop, then I hope you find all the negative shit. Because why else are you looking? You look dumb as fuck. You look dumb as fuck. Snooping and snooping and snooping and snooping and snooping and snooping. Over the stupidest of shit. Analyzing their fucking pages. Analyzing their friends list. Analyzing all that shit. Do you think I want to know who any of my boyfriend's exes are? No. No. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to be like, oh, can you tell me who they are? What exactly is their name? To be exact. Let me write that shit down. Do you happen to know their Instagram handle too while you're at it? No. The only time I ever asked for ex gutter trash's shit is because I was informed that she was stalking my shit. And I had no idea who she was. I did not even know her name. So I said, what the fuck is her name? So I can go look her up and block her ass. That's the only reason why I ever asked, because I had no idea what her fucking name was. And I could give a shit less what her fucking, you think I gave two shits what Gutter Trash's name was? No. You think I cared about anything about her? No. That would make her relevant in my life. No. No. Never. But you guys snooping around their shit like, you look crazy. You look crazy. Let's call it what it is. You look fucking crazy. Because let's be frank. If your bestie called you up and told you that she was doing what you were doing, what the fuck would you tell her? Girl, are you insane? You look crazy. That's exactly what you'd fucking tell her. But you're doing it. And you're doing it. And I don't understand. I do not understand. I do not understand why you would go down that rabbit hole of looking at all their shit, analyzing their friends' fucking list. Like you got a whole, like you took screenshots. Like you were like, what's their follower count today? Let me write that shit down. And then let me go ahead and screenshot every fucking person that they're following, because God forbid that follower count goes up by 1. I want to know who the fuck they just added. Like a crazy psycho. Logging into their shit because you know their passwords. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You look crazy. And all this stuff that you're doing is exactly why they're not with you anymore. That's exactly why they're not with you anymore. Because you're clearly unstable. Because you like to react to things. You're very reactive. You get triggered over the dumbest shit. You say too much. You're argumentative. Because you argue over stupid ass petty shit. Because you are freaking out about the stupidest, pettiest shit ever now. So I can guarantee that that's exactly how you run your relationship. Yeah. You probably smell fucking underwear the second they walk back in the door. Crazy behavior. And that's why they're not with you. So when are you going to start acting like the perfect girlfriend, the confident version, and this, sane version of you that doesn't need to check their social media? I don't need to do all that. I don't need to get triggered by anything that they put on social media. Fuck them. No. I'm going to act normal. How about that? How about you just act normal? Because you know damn well, if any of your friends told you that they were doing what you did, you would tell them the exact same thing. You look crazy as fuck, bitch. Why are you doing that? You look crazy. That's exactly what you would say. Doing drive-bys, doing all this wacko shit. And then you want to know why they're not contacting you. You want to know why they don't want to be with you. Take a look at yourself. You're a hot fucking mess. So why don't you try not being a hot mess for once? Why don't you try having, look, here's the thing. Like I was talking to Bevy on the phone today. I said, I have way too much self-respect to do any of that shit. I do. Because I would feel like a crazy person. I have way too much self-respect. I said, the second I would get in the car to try and go do a drive-by, I'd be like, bitch, get your fucking ass out. What are you doing? What if you get caught? You're going to look like a real fucking wacko. And I'm not going to let my self-respect get the best of me. Have some fucking self-pride. Have some self-respect. Because when you guys go snooping, when you guys go snooping, do you know exactly what that tells me? They're here and you're here. You're chasing. You're not being chased. So get a fucking grip. Get a grip. And I told you, you're responsible for your feelings. No one else is responsible for your feelings. They're not doing anything. They're not hurting your feelings. They're not hurting your feelings at all. You're hurting your own feelings. Who the fuck does that? Who does that? Who wants to hurt their own feelings over and over and over again? They're not responsible for your happiness. You are. They're not responsible for your feelings. You are. So get a grip. Get it now. Because you guys do this shit to hurt your own feelings. If you would only think, and this is the one thing that no one had to fucking tell me. Write that shit down. It's another fucking video. I'm not the fastest fucking writer, clearly. No one had to tell me this. To me, this was common fucking sense. I'm not going to do something I'm not going to think in a way that would hurt my feelings. Never. So why do you think no one had to tell me to assign positive meaning to everything? No one had to tell me to give the meaning I want to everything. No one had to tell me that shit. Because I wasn't going to fucking hurt my own feelings. To me, that sounds fucking stupid. That sounds so fucking stupid. So I wasn't going to do that to myself. I know, it's repetitive. Which is like a copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and fucking paste. It's so stupid. The amount of snooping and getting triggered and reacting is fucking absurd. It's absurd. I would respect you more if you got triggered or reacted to a text they fucking sent you. But not for something you went digging for. Not for something you went digging for. They didn't throw that shit in your face. You're throwing shit in your own face. You're the one assigning negative meaning after negative meaning after negative meaning. You're the one reacting and triggering and hurting your feelings over and over and over again. They're not doing that to you. You're doing it to yourself. And do you care to guess what doesn't get you what you want? That kind of behavior. That's what I say. That's what I say all the time, baby. It's like you wake up every day and you're like, how the fuck can I try to hurt my own feelings today? How could I fuck up my own day today? Oh, yes. Oh, that sounds so good. Yes. Let me go snooping because I am dying to hurt my own feelings today. That's fucking stupid. It's so stupid. And it's something I don't respect. Because you're doing this to yourself. You are literally doing this to yourself. So if you would only focus on protecting your feelings, things would change quickly. Things would change quickly because you would automatically do these things that I did when manifesting my boyfriend back. That you would automatically do these things because my feelings matter. What the fuck? Sit there and hurt my own fucking feelings over and over again? Are you insane? That's right. See, then you could be like Dana, who just got a text from her boyfriend saying, I love you, after an argument. And she did not chase. Snaps for Dana, but bitch, stop fucking arguing. Stop fucking arguing with your boyfriend. You know better. We don't argue. We don't verbalize, we internalize. There's nothing to argue about. When you can get him to do exactly what you want him to do in your mind. Okay? Stop arguing. Sorry, I just had to go on a little tangent because I swear to God, I've seen the atrocity of people today. I went looking and I saw this. I'm getting triggered because I saw this. And stop looking. Stop looking. I mean, because I was just trying to remember what. Oh yeah. So somebody saw a picture posted. Bevy was telling me this yesterday. This is how ridiculous you guys are sometimes. Bevy was telling me this yesterday. There's a picture posted. And in the back, in the little corner of the photo, she noticed a cat bed. And she's like, but he doesn't have a cat. His fucking sister or his friend could have came over with their fucking cat and had the cat bed there. Maybe he's cat sitting for the weekend for a friend. Have you ever thought about that? There would have been a million different scenarios about why a cat bed was in the corner of this photo. Oh man, I keep telling you guys, gutter trash is supposed to be the one crazy, not your ass, okay? Not your ass. I mean, I started cracking up because I was like, are you serious? Because this is what you guys do. You'll see a photo. Because I was told I have to be careful what I take photos of. Because you'll see the photo. And then first thing you guys do, zoom in. Zoom in. Look around the whole photo. For fucking what are you looking for? You looking for the street sign? Because what you gonna do? Pop up? You looking to see the name of the street sign because you're gonna do a drive-by? You guys are fucking absurd. Absurd. But please, keep doing it because I find it quite enjoyable. It's not my life. It's not my life. I just find it hilarious. The things that you guys say I find hilarious. Ren, you can manifest SP coming home on the 25th and have it be his idea to come home early. Yeah. Duh. Yeah. He's coming home early. Actually, he's cut his trip short and he's coming home whenever the fuck you want. He's coming home this Friday. Yeah. He's actually coming home any day now. He's completely cut his trip short because he can't stay to be away from me. So he's absolutely coming home early. And he will come home early. See, there's a couple different things that can happen, Ren. It could be his idea to come home early, or he could have a reason he needs to come home early, right? Something could pop up, and he now has a reason he needs to come home early. You know what I'm saying? Plans change all the time. So there could be a million different reasons he comes home early. Oh, it was you, Sabrina. I got you confused with a different Sabrina. I have like multiple Sabrinas. Believe it or not, bitch. The world does not revolve around you, Sabrina. Just kidding. I know, Taylor. My daughter drives me fucking nuts with that shit. I told her, be quiet. I was like, be quiet. And then I was like, don't you have to go to bed? I was trying to have some adult time. I was like, don't you need to go to bed? And she's like, no, it's spring break. No, it's summer break. I was like, you're like on 1 week of fucking summer break. I was trying to have some adult time. Jackie, what kind of question is that? Would I suggest that you ignore what your sister told me about the fact that I'm taking gutter trash away from my SP? Yes, I would 1,000% be like that. I'd be like, no, I don't believe that. And good. I'd turn around and be like, yeah, you're damn right I am. You're damn right I am. Absolutely. Yep, taking them right up, snatching them right up away from her. Damn right. And I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight. I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight. Doing it. Eat healthy. How subliminal manifestation works. You mean how do subliminals work? They don't. They don't. So they don't work. Subliminals don't work. And here's the thing. There's a person who has quite a few followers on YouTube who offers subliminals. She makes them too. But what I found, and she has a whole subliminal folder. But what I found, because again, you have to read between the lines, okay? What I found ironic, because she says this actually. So what I found ironic is that she says, I have listened to thousands of subliminals to find the ones that work and put them in a folder for you. I said, so if subliminals worked, then wouldn't they all have worked? The fuck do you mean you went through? There's no difference. There's no difference. It's music suggestions underneath the music. That's it. That's all. So one subliminal works, but the other one did not. Huh? And if you think for one hot ass second, I believe that you listen to thousands of subliminals. And how long did you listen to them for? You listen to what, one subliminal a day? Do you know how long that would have taken? So you might want to be like, I've listened to some subliminals. Maybe you shouldn't go all extreme with the number, because how do you know which ones worked if you were listening to multiple subliminals at the same fucking time? How do you know this? I've personally tested each one of these subliminals. Oh, really? Okay. I'm telling you. You gotta be careful out there on said internet. Good nurse, what are you fucking tripping about? What are you tripping about? But subliminals don't work. Okay, and the reason for that is because your subconscious mind is not and this is what is hilarious too, because they also say this shit too, but yet they offer subliminals. Okay, your subconscious mind does not have the ability to decide. It doesn't have an opinion of its own. So if it doesn't have an opinion of its own and it doesn't have the ability to decide, then when you put on, and then they tell you need to have like headphones, because you got to get it in. It's got to go like in through the ear cavity, whatever the fuck you call it, earlobe, whatever you call that shit. It has to go all the way. You got to get it in there. The fuck are you talking about? I was like, okay, so when you put on a subliminal, this is just logically speaking, what we know about the subconscious mind, because they say this too. Okay, so if we know this, so you're telling me when I put on a subliminal, if my subconscious mind does not have the ability to decide or have an opinion of its own, so when I put that on, then according to your own logic, that all my subconscious mind is hearing is music, because that's all you can hear. You can't even hear the suggestions, right? So first of all, you'd have to significantly trust the subliminal maker, because a lot of people have tried subliminals and woken up with anxiety, okay? Two, as I spit at the camera. Anyway, two, you would also, your subconscious mind is not like, wait a minute. Is this a subliminal? I think this is a subliminal. Yep. That's what this is. So we're going to have to snake our way through the music to find the suggestions. The fuck are you talking about? No, it's not doing that. So instead of that, all you need is a parrot app or a guided meditation or a sleep hypnosis. One, because you can hear the suggestions. That's the obvious. And two, because then your subconscious mind is going to pick up on said suggestions. You know what I'm saying? Because they can hear them. You know, your subconscious mind's not like, the subliminal is not designed where the music is distracting your conscious mind, so your subconscious mind is picking up on the subliminals behind the music. No. So they're pointless. They're completely pointless. So save your time. Save your time. It doesn't, only because it doesn't make any sense. And like I just gave you an example of the woman who says she's tested thousands of them to find the ones that work. Okay. Okay. You let me know how that pans out for you. Besides, I have not had ever, and here's the thing too. No, if you're gonna do a subliminal, eat healthy, no, you don't need to sleep with them. You can listen to them while you're fucking walking around town. Okay, while you're walking around town. Like it doesn't matter. Okay. But what are you doing the rest of the time? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing the rest of the time? And that's part of the problem. So your mind still thinks, okay? So unless it's a song that you know well, right? Like, so unless it's a song that you actually sing to, you're still thinking while you're listening to music. I do some of my best thinking in the car. Well, what the fuck do you think I'm listening to in the car? I'm not driving in silence. Okay, I'm listening to music. And the only time I don't think is if it's a song that I'm singing to. I'm a car singer. Yes. Judge me not. And so if I'm singing to it, now I'm distracted because I'm singing to the song, right? Because you can't speak and think at the same time. So I'll do that. But when I'm not, like if I don't know the song, then you're thinking. So what the fuck is a subliminal doing? If you're still thinking through the song. You know what I'm saying? No, God, no. If anybody's telling you, be healthy, that you need to do the subliminals to manifest your SP, then kindly click off their channel. Because no, the fuck you don't. Because again, you're thinking, well, you're listening to the subliminal. So then your thoughts are overriding whatever the fuck is in the subliminal, right? So it becomes irrelevant. Am White the Blonde? I very rarely recall dreams. Like very rarely. I don't think I ever recall dreams. Thanks, Cece. I did put this on today, switching it up. Because oftentimes, if I'm ever in a gray shirt, it's my boyfriend's shirt. And it's because it's my comfy shirt, my relaxing comfy shirt. Because it's like a dress. Because I'm short. For him, it's a regular ass shirt. For me, it's a whole ass dress. But that means I don't have to wear bottoms. Because you can't see them anyway. Judge me not. Judge me not. Could you imagine that being your song for your SP? Good thing it's not. No, I'm not singing the song. Goldilocks, your SP and you were supposed to go to dinner last night. He got sick and then went silent until midnight. I'm sorry, is there a problem there? Snaps to Christy. Oh, Goldilocks, I want you to understand how silly and ridiculous this sounds, okay? I really want you to understand how silly and ridiculous this sounds right now. He got sick. You're supposed to go to dinner last night, but obviously he couldn't because he got sick. And then he went silent until midnight. Have you ever thought maybe he was fucking taking a nap? Throwing up? I mean, I don't know. The last thing I'm trying to do if I'm sick is to sit there and talk to somebody on the fucking phone, or to sit there and go back and forth with somebody on the fucking phone because I'm what? Oh, that's right, sick. So what do people do when they're sick? They lay their little happy ass fucking down, right? Ain't that what people do when they're sick? They lay down. Maybe drink some tea, have some, based upon where you're at in this world, take some meds. Sleep. on the rare occasions that I'm ever sick, that's what I do. I lay my ass down and my phone is over there. And it's, it's like if your phone is on the table, like your coffee table, and you're laying on the couch, that coffee table may as well be across the goddamn fucking room when you're not feeling well. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, ugh, over it. So why don't you have a little sympathy for the guy? Why are you getting your feelings all in a fucking bunch because he was sick? Come on, girl. You're better than that. That don't make any fucking sense. Taylor, how will you stalk people you don't like? Oh, look, it's like I'm a psychic because I didn't even see your next one. It's like I didn't even see your next comment where she said he texted and apologized. He passed out on the couch. Yeah, come on. Come on, girl. You got to be perfect girlfriend, okay? You have to be a perfect girlfriend. And for me, that's like, why on earth would you get your feelings in a bunch because your boyfriend was sick and isn't talking to you? Because that would have been the obvious conclusion, is that he was sleeping. That would have been like my mind right away would have gone to that. It wouldn't have been, why isn't he responding to me? That certainly isn't how it would have gone. Okay. But you need to control this is where you need to change things. Okay. This is where you need to do things differently. Right. And not take the stupid shit personal, because that was fucking stupid. And Goldilocks, you know that shit, bitch. You know that shit was dumb. Yeah, Lisa with a butterfly. He's spending his birthday with you. I don't even know what you're talking about. He's totally spending his birthday with you. Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't he spend your birthday with you? Jada. Jen, I've not been feeling the need to manifest lately. Do you know why? Is that like I just stopped caring? No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I can't tell you why necessarily that happens to you, but there could be a couple things. First of all, you're always manifesting. Okay, so you can't stop manifesting. Okay, you're just consciously aware of what you're manifesting now and taking control. But if you're feeling the need to not, there could be a couple different reasons for it. One could be because you know it's a wrap, like you know that, like you're just like you just know that he's coming back, right? That could be one reason. Two, and that's oftentimes the reason, is because you're like, I already know that he's coming back. Like, so it could be that, or it could be exactly what you're saying, that you just don't care anymore, and you just don't care what happens, so you're not going to do it anymore. Like, there, you know what I'm saying? But it's not necessarily a bad thing. I wouldn't look at it like a bad thing at all, because sometimes when that happens, they come back. Why? Because you drop the resistance. Kind of like, because, and it depends, because sometimes we have these because I told you guys, sometimes we have these pre-assumptions already, right? And you'll say things like, I know he comes back. I know he'll come back. They always come back. Right? So it's like, if you know that, if you have a history with your exes always coming back, and so you know that he'll come back because he always comes back, or they'll always come back, then sometimes you get a little bit more relaxed about it. If you know that that's the case, or this isn't the first time you've broken up with your SP. If this isn't the first time you've broken up with your SP, then you could naturally just have that thought that, I know he'll be back. He always does. But I wouldn't say it's that you stop caring. I have an itch. Okay. Tyrese, if you keep acknowledging that you haven't heard from him, I'm going to kick your ass. You heard me. I'm going to kick your ass if you don't stop saying that you haven't heard from him. Okay? The only thing you need to know is how this plays out. Us together. That's all I need to know. All I need to know is that we're absolutely going to be together. That's all I need to fucking know. There's nothing else to worry about. I don't need to worry. I don't need to know anything other than the fact that we're going to be together. That's the only thing I need to know, is that this works. It's always working. You see the success stories over and over and over again. Nothing makes them different than you. Many of them had a worse breakup. So that's all. So that's all you need to know. It's like, no, this is going to work. This is working now. This is always working now. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't need to question anything. And I would remind myself of that. I told you guys, I had daily reminders. Okay. I had daily reminders to tell myself, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't need to question anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm the God of my reality. I can have whatever I want. Everything in my reality is my manifestation. So I have the ability to change it. Like, I would tell myself this stuff. Okay. As a daily reminder. To remind myself, I wasn't going around robotically affirming the shit. You know what I'm saying? But I would just tell myself that from time to time. Because it helps keep you on track. But that's the only thing you need to know. The only thing I need to know is this works. If this is how it works, if I do this, this is the result. We will be together. I know we're going to be together. I know he's thinking about me right now. He thinks about me all day, every day. Every time he's on Roblox, all he does is think about me. All he does is think about me. I know he's contacting me today. I know he's going to contact me today. And that's all I need to know. That is all I need to know. I'm going to keep telling myself that because I know we're going to be together. Keep that mentality, okay? That's the only thing you have to know, is that this is how it plays out. Us together. And then I'm going to play my part over and over and over again. Because this is how it works. I know this is how it works. Because this is how it worked for the breakup. So there's no other strategy to create the makeup at all. So I have the power to change. It doesn't matter what they say. Nothing. Anything that comes out of their mouth that's unfavorable, none of that matters. It doesn't matter what they say. Because I have the power to change that. I have the power to change what they feel about I have the power to change how they feel about me. I have the power to change what they think about me. I have the power to change what they think about our relationship. All of that shit. I have the power to change anything I want. If I would stop reacting, getting triggered every waking second I get. So instead, if I have, and this is where we also leverage, I told you guys, this is where you leverage signs. If I can give a sign a meaning, any sign I want, if I can give any sign I want a meaning, then that also, and if thought transmission is a thing, because clearly it is, then I can also assign signs and meanings to my SP too. Every time he sees a goddamn fucking bird, he thinks about me. Doesn't matter who he's with or where he's at. All he does is think about me. Because I fucking said so. Because I said so. That's how you have to remember. I'm going to protect my feelings at all costs. And he's going to contact me. I know he's going to contact me today. I know he's going to contact me today. And look at his photo, Tyrese, and get angry with him. Get an attitude. Like you're talking to a child out of control. And be like, you're contacting me today. You're absolutely contacting me today. You're going to call me today. You are calling me today. You are definitely calling me today. And then don't check your phone. Every ping that comes through that fucking phone is your SP. Because your subconscious mind doesn't know that ping came from your mother. Nope. Oh, look at him. Look at him texting me again. Ping. Oh, just texted me again. Ping. Jesus, he just texted me again. I love that, Sergeant. I love that for you. Subconscious is always talking to you. You just have to learn to listen to it. Your subconscious mind is always talking to you. You just have to learn to listen to it. This is why well, thanks, Anna. It's crazy when I decided I was going to leverage SP's brother. SP told me they talked about me. Snaps for you, Cydia. That's right. See, you just got to throw things out there like that. You just got to throw things out there like that because they will. They will. It's no different. It's no different. Okay. But you guys need to, mainly, a lot of you guys need to get a grip, but listen to your subconscious mind, okay? Listen to your subconscious mind. Because you may have random thoughts that pop up. You think it's a mistake when people run into their SPs, like it's a coincidence? Nope. It's not. You just had a you'll be out and just had a random thought to stop somewhere. And then your SP happens to be there. That was your subconscious mind that gave you that thought. Right? Random thoughts that pop in your head are your subconscious mind. Okay? Try and talk to you. Okay? So you may get a random thought to go somewhere and that could very well be where your SP's at. You don't know. Okay. But that's happened often where they're like, yeah, I just thought of randomly popping in this coffee shop and there he was. Oh yeah, we were just going to randomly go to the bar and there he was. You know what I'm saying? Different things like that. I had a random thought to go to the grocery store. I had somebody tell me this, is they had a random thought to go to the grocery store. They decided not to, but they drove by the grocery store on their way home. And she's like, I don't need to go to the grocery store. Why would I go to the grocery store? So she chose not to. Well, care to guess who's getting out of their car at that grocery store when she's driving by? Her SP. Random things like that. You may get a random thought that pops up that could lead you back into contact with your SP. That could lead all kinds of things. You don't know. You don't know. I'm not saying every random thought you have to just go drive around town thinking you're going to see your SP. But you never know. I went to buy some Greek yogurt and he passed with his car. I don't read the rest of that sentence, right? Yes, you went to go buy some Greek yogurt and he passed with his car. Duh. Yes, of course you know that was him. Why would you tell yourself the opposite? Of course that was his car. Coming into your conscious awareness, Ray. Okay, but that's where it's positive media. Of course that was his car. And I know he saw me too. I know he saw me. It's not difficult. Looking forward to talking to you tomorrow morning, Shar. I will be stationary. I went grocery shopping, got all kinds of shit today. Because, I have no meat. Well, I have a little meat. And I got chicken nuggets. Makes me feel like a kid again. Because you know what I'm going to make? KFC bowls. Mm-hmm. You've been spiraling for weeks. You need to stop. Yeah, if you want to get your shit, you need to stop. Okay? You need to stop. Okay? All of you guys need to stop spiraling. All of you guys need to stay focused. All of you guys need to start thinking about your SPs differently. So you know, here's a concept. You can get something different. Duh. Like for me, this should be common sense. It's done it. Why do I need to spiral? Because what good comes from that? What good comes from spiraling? I don't feel good about it. Boondalita. Yeah. Yesterday, you talked about what you wanted to manifest and they wanted to send you to therapy. This is why we created the community, okay? This is why we created the WhatsApp community, because people don't understand. People don't understand. People are spiritually asleep. They don't understand. Okay, I have another client. She goes, I swear to God, I can't even light a candle in my house because they think I'm doing black magic. Because they think it's odd because they don't understand how it works. Okay, they don't understand how it works. Thanks, Chris. I have a sexy whisper. They don't understand how it works. Okay. So when you're explaining something like, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to manifest this. Yeah. Then they're like, manifest what? And you're like, I would manifest my boyfriend back. Then they're going to be like, the fuck? You're like, yeah, I'm just going to affirm and say what. Then they're like, the fuck? But you know what? Then you're like, watch me. I'm highly competitive. I'm highly competitive with myself. I'm highly competitive in general. So and it works to my advantage. I make everything work for my advantage, to my advantage, right? So because I'm competitive, I leverage. And so anytime anybody's ever told me that shit sounds fucking crazy, I'm like, awesome. I guess you find out, won't you? Watch me. You can't do that. Watch me. You're never going to be that. Watch me. Yeah. My dad used to be my biggest hater when I told him I was working for myself. I'm like, many years ago, I told my dad I'm going to start my own business. And he was like, the fuck? And I was like, yep. And he's like, Jen, you better go get your fucking job back. Because I was a director of operations for a company of over 400 people. And Carrie, guess what job experience I had before that job? Receptionist. And I was an admin. And then I had gotten this job. I haven't had very many corporate jobs because I keep my job. So I get bored of it. But I worked for Oakley. That shit was fucking fun. But anyway, and then I became a director of operations for this company in less than a year. And so he's like, you better go get your fucking job back. I'm like, nope. He's like, what about Social Security and a pension? I was like, first of all, pensions don't exist where we live anymore. And Social Security, who the fuck is living off that shit? I was like, nope. So there's that. Misty, do you do subliminals? No, I don't even like subliminals, and they don't work. So I would never offer subliminals because I don't do them. But I do have guided meditations and hypnosis audios for you because those I do stand by. Those are in my bio. Courtney, you keep saying that shit. Ow. Yeah. Whoa, blah. Okay. I do want you to change that wording though, okay? I do want you to change that wording, and I want all of you guys to do this, okay? This is what I want you guys to start doing because I'm always here to answer your questions, okay? But when you drop your question, I immediately want you to tell yourself the opposite, okay? Immediately, because we need to flip, okay? So when you say something here, then I just want you to immediately in your mind flip it, okay? So I haven't talked to my SP, I'm having, like how Tyree said, I'm having a hard time expecting because he still hasn't talked to me. No, he's always talking to me. He literally, now he puts that down for the feedback, but then in his mind, no, he's always calling and texting me. We literally just talked a minute ago, okay? I want you to flip these in your mind when you drop the question, okay? Because remember, we have to flip the thoughts. So, blah, I want you to flip what you said. Because you said you did all this, and this is why he ran, and I lost him. Okay, when things are lost, they're lost. They cannot be found. So instead, you want to tell yourself, and him running away, no. Okay, so it's like, no, actually he ran right towards my ass. And I found him, actually. I've completely found him already. Okay, because like he's came back or whatever, because you don't want to identify him as being lost. Brandy, you know that shit's true. Because that's about exactly what they do. Mm-hmm. Blah, stop telling yourself all that shit. Stop telling yourself all that shit. It does. It takes too much energy. It's draining. It's draining. Oh, I'm way behind on these fucking comments. Oh, shit. Well, sorry, but I have to be sometimes because see, what Ren? The fuck Ren? But it's okay to manifest. Okay, yeah, for him to be there for the birth. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you? Birth of his sister's birth. I'm so confused. I am so confused. Can't wait to talk to you next week, Ray. Although I do need you guys, when you jump on a call with me, I'm going to need you guys. What up, Angel? See? Snaps for Angel. Her SP contacted her. I am going to need you guys to immediately tell me when we get on the phone your TikTok name. I like to put 2 and 2 together. That's what I have to do, Goldilocks. If you would type a lot faster, bitch. Okay? Because sometimes you guys will put together a you guys will type one sentence and then it posts, and then type another fucking sentence, then it posts, then type another fucking sentence, then it posts. But by that time, there's like 5 other comments in between or whatever, and I have to scroll to get the rest of the goddamn fucking message. So then people like Goldilocks have me wasting my fucking breath. Oh, man. Okay, so have you guys understood that you guys need to start thinking differently? I mean, do you guys understand this now? Okay, but it's very difficult to think positive things. I'm tired of seeing the opposite, but this is where you get frank with yourself and be honest with yourself. Is you're not really necessarily seeing the opposite, okay? Because nothing is being thrown in your face unless you're like me and Angela, who, how funny is it that our stories mirror each other, right? Her boyfriend is a maintenance guy in her complex and lives in her complex. My boyfriend was a maintenance guy that lived in my complex. I was like, they even had the same occupation. But none of you are seeing the opposite. The only way you're seeing the opposite is when you're digging. That's the only way you would see the opposite. You wouldn't see the opposite unless you were digging. And you're not seeing the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're really not seeing the opposite. Because what the fuck is the opposite? How do you see someone not call you? You just didn't get a phone call today. You know what I'm saying? How do you see somebody not want to be with you? You didn't see that. You're not seeing any of that shit. You guys do know this, right? Like, your 3D is not showing you the opposite. It's not showing you the opposite at all. You're in your mind showing yourself, you're in your mind just telling yourself the opposite. Okay? Kind of like how stupid it sounds when you guys will sit there and be like, yeah, but Jen, I'll be like affirming or doing things. And then this little voice in the back of my mind, well, unless you have split personalities, what are you talking about? You're like, this little voice in the back of my mind, like, yeah, but I don't believe that. No, it's not. No, it's not. I've never once had to tell myself the opposite because I never once told myself that I didn't believe that. You're telling yourself that. There's no voice in the back of your fucking mind saying, yep, I don't believe that. What the fuck are you talking about? Nope. Not at all. Not at all. And you have to remember that. You guys made Flashy go away. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. It was cold earlier because we're bipolar over here in the weather. It was cold. I'm out in shorts, by the way, and a t-shirt. But it was cold, overcast, and cloudy. And now it is hot and sunny. And that was an hour ago. What, Boondalita? What? Then you should leave that fucking manifestation group. Because why would you tell people what you're wanting to manifest and they tell you need therapy? Because they should know that you can manifest anything you want. You can manifest. I hate in the manifestation community where some people will say that you shouldn't manifest an SP back. You can't manifest people. Okay, so if I'm manifesting money, somebody has to get the idea to give me money. That's a person. If I'm manifesting a business success, lots of people have to get the idea to work with me. Oh, those are people too. if I'm manifesting anything else, like college acceptance, or anything else, somebody has to, if I'm manifesting a job, somebody has to get the idea to hire me, right? Like, so what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because they'll be the same fucking morons saying I'm manifesting money. Okay, cool. But how do you have a paper printer in your house? Are you printing money? Oh, you're not. So doesn't somebody have to get the idea? So isn't that the same thing? You're manifesting a person to give the idea to give you money. How's that any fucking different? They need therapy. So I don't go into manifestation groups because they would need therapy. I'm making a chicken tostada today. And my noodleless chicken soup. I mean, I guess I could use ramen. Or spaghetti. But I wanted it to be like, I don't know. I'll just use that. I'll just stop whining about it. Someone is going to give me shirataki noodles today. Because I fucking said so. And if one more payday loan provider, nope, they didn't even call me anymore. I give them so many. Your loan request has been approved. What loan request? And they're never looking for me. They're looking for Jeffrey, my brother. And then when I say, this isn't, because I answer the phone, and they're acting as if I'm Jeffrey. I was like, I said, this isn't Jeffrey. Then they want to sit there and ask me more questions. I said, does what mean that he's in love with you at the same level as... Of course it does. Of course it means that. Of course it means that he's in love with you at the same level that you are with him. Why wouldn't he? You guys need to stop questioning how your SPs feel about you. You should just know. Be like, I know exactly how my SP feels about me. Obsessed and in love with me. Obsessed and in love with me. Oh, is that true? You can see how many lives I don't go into, but I am going to start going into lives. Okay, do you believe it? I'm going to start going into lives. As my name too. I don't need to hide behind a fake profile. I'm going into other people's lives as me. I'll be in there for a very brief period of time. Don't even trip, because I don't think I can watch them. But I'm going to call them out on the ridiculous nonsense they want to talk about. And if they kick me out, go figure. Ow. Yes, tail feather, but you need to stop viewing. Okay. But you need to stop viewing distance as a problem. Okay? You need to stop viewing distance as a problem. Okay? Because you keep bringing up distance. So anytime that you think about the distance, be like, no, absolutely not. No, distance is not a problem. Distance is not a problem at all. Not with us. Distance has nothing to do with me and my SP at all. Okay. Jasmine, what did I do when I was missing my SP? Some days are tough and all I want is comfort from SP. I would talk to him. I had his photo on my fridge. I had his photo on my dresser. I had a picture of him. I tend to take a lot of pictures like landscape. No. Landscape is sideways. Portrait. But then we had bought a picture frame when we went to San Diego because I got this idea from my daughter's friend's mom. I was like, that's a good ass idea just to collect picture frames everywhere you go. And so I got a picture frame, but it's fucking landscape. And I was going to put a picture of us from our trip to San Diego. Well, I don't have any fucking pictures of us landscape. So I'm like, we're going to have to go back to San Diego and take a picture of landscape. But in the meantime, I was going to take 2 pictures that were portrait and put them together in the picture frame. So I have that picture. So I would talk to him. I'd have his picture up, I'd have his picture on my phone. I never changed anything. If you would have came to my home, you would not have known that we weren't together. Okay. If you would have looked at my phone, you would not have known that either. I had his name in my phone under hubby. All that shit. I never changed anything. Okay. So I would look at his picture and I would talk to him. Mm-hmm. So you could always talk to your SP. And that's where I fill a dead airspace. Yeah. I filled a dead airspace. And I guess maybe I didn't have to worry about, I guess too, a part of me where I was different in a sense is I missed him, but I always saw him. Does that make sense? So it wasn't a level of like miss, right? Because I saw him, we didn't talk, but I would see his face, or I would see him, but I affirmed. I bet he's so cute. That's it. And I would just affirm. Yeah, blah, but that's because you admitted that you've been spiraling a lot. So how are you going to get your manifestation when you're spiraling often? And then also, how are you going to hold your questions? Also, how do you plan to get your shit? 1, if you're spiraling a lot. 2, if you look at him like he ran away, right? And he's disappeared, like he doesn't want to be with me, all that shit that you've been saying. How do you expect to see the opposite? And just because your phone hasn't been blowing up yet with messages from him doesn't mean that he's not currently thinking about you right now. Can you see that? No, you cannot. Right? You can't see none of that shit. That also doesn't mean that he's not going and looking at all the photos of you guys or just you on his phone. Can you see that? Nope. There's a lot of things in your 3D that are going on that you can't see. Because, like, how many times I got to tell your asses, you're not Maleficent with a mirror on the wall. Show me Johnny's room, after all. To see what he's doing, right? Open up his brain. All that shit. He thinks about you all the time. He has to, because when you think about him, he thinks about you. Duh, that's how that works. Okay, that's how this works. So you learn to control and leverage thought transmission to make sure that you're sending the right messages to your SP, the ones that you want to send him, not the ones that are all you spiraling. Because whenever you spiral, Nadine, whenever you're reactive, Nadine, those messages are being sent right over to SP. Which is why I said you're not going to call him today. Because you're not going to get a good response because You've done nothing but spiral and and be very reactive according to your own accord, which I already saw that shit coming a mile away. So because I already saw that shit coming a mile away. So because of that, this is exactly why. This is exactly why. You know, you're not leveraging thought transmission. Everything should be to leverage. So you should be leveraging thought transmission instead of letting that shit just let it run wild. But every time you react, every time you spiral in your thoughts, all that goes right on over to him. And then you're like, but they're not contacting me though. I'm sure they're not. Because what have your inner conversations been all about? Look at Taylor. Her SP was a maintenance guy too, where she leased space for her hair salon. What up, Irene bestie? All these maintenance guys, they come in so in handy, don't they? When they're a maintenance guy, you never have to worry about shit if it breaks. You're like, don't worry about it. It's totally fine. It'll be fixed. Not by me, but it'll be fixed by my boyfriend. Don't even trip. Don't even trip. What up, golden baby love? No, I didn't fucking find them, Bevy. Remember, you were with me, and I was standing there staring in the area that they're supposed to be at, as if they would magically appear in the window. I kept checking. I was like, they're not gonna magically appear in this fucking window because I checked 15 times. And then because I was on the phone, Bevy, I spent another 20 minutes staring at a pot roast, seeing if it was big enough. As if I need a gigantic fucking pot roast. You know what I'm saying? It's for 2 whole people. And not my daughter. She's a vegetarian. Okay? It's for 2 adults. What do I need a whole big ass pot roast for? But if you do want to make it healthier for you, and I will never substitute anything if it sacrifices texture or flavor. You got me fucked up. Like cauliflower rice is not rice. You know what I'm saying? In any sense of that word. So I will never do that. So instead, I forgot cheese at the store. But what I am going to make, if you've never had portobello mushroom pizzas, those things are fucking bomb. But I like mushroom, so they're bomb. I'm going to make portobello mushroom pizzas. But anyway, back to my pot roast. If you want to substitute potatoes within a pot roast for a healthier option, radishes. You can't tell the difference. Literally. You cannot tell the difference. Now, that's the only time you can substitute potatoes is in radishes. I know, I said, where are my nudes? Very loud. Now, you can only do that in a pot roast with radishes or in a soup with radishes. Now, if you're making a chicken pot pie or a turkey pot pie or any of the fucking pot pies, then the best potato substitute, which you can absolutely not tell the difference, is a parsnip. You're fucking welcome. You're welcome. That sounds good. I'm like, that sounds good. Chicken pot pie sounds bomb. Now you guys got me fucking wrong. Now I don't even know what I'm having for dinner tonight. That just bomb though. Oh, that sounds so good. That sounds good. I mean, I don't have a parsnip. This is how my mind works. I'm conflicted. Oh yes, manifestors on here keep sending invites during my lives. A lot of them come in here. A lot of them come in here. But can't you just manifest more followers? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Don't forget you're watching England football straight after the live. What the fuck does that mean, Betty? What the hell does that? What does that got to do with me? Because I'm not watching England football straight after the live. I'm watching my phone because I'm on coaching calls. Oh, I get it, Tyrese. That's what I do. I used to do it all the time. Every time I would wake up, I would wake up my bed. Good morning, honey. Have a good day at work. Ew, Bevy. I guess I'll let that slide. How long is the fucking World Cup for? Oh, you're watching. Oh, that's right, because you're in England. I hope they get eliminated. I hope they fucking lose. Currently texting with SP. Both of us are single. Nina, who the fuck? Oh no, they're definitely losing. They're definitely getting eliminated. Everybody manifests that England loses. You're not single. Both of you are not single. You're together. Hello, Nina. Keep up, bitch. Keep up. You are together, bitch. Okay? But you're scared to flirt a little bit. Is that person a 3D? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I don't think so. I flirted for sure. For sure. Well, we weren't in a relationship yet. I did a whole lot more than flirting, but it didn't matter. Both times. Both times. When we came back in contact, like actual contact, there was a whole lot of fucking flirting going on. A whole lot of other things going on too. That is a sign, tail feather. Good, Jackie. That's what I do. That's what I do. Yes, Nadine, of course. Of course. You're angry yesterday and today. It speaks to him. It speaks to him. You want a text back, but then you fucking do everything that leads to the opposite. I want a text back, but let me go ahead and get pissed off at him in my thoughts and bitch and moan a groan about him not responding. How fucking dare he not respond? He's not responding. Do you want to know what he thought? I don't want to respond. Every time you told yourself he's not responding, I don't want to respond. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? I know. It comes real in handy. It's like, oh, honey, I need this curtain rod hung up. Can you handle that? What about this TV wall mount too while you're at it? He said the first time he came over, because I was like, when I moved into an apartment, I was like, fuck yeah. I don't have a lawn I need to take care of anymore. Well, it's not like I mowed the fucking lawn, let's be frank. But I was like, I don't have a lawn I have to take care of anymore. I don't have to walk ways. My kitchen's like right there. And I don't have to repair anything. Yes. So when I first met him, I was doing something in the kitchen, and I just like, oh, I was cooking, and I just took the kitchen grease and I just put it down the garbage disposal, and my boyfriend's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm putting it down the garbage disposal." I said, "If it breaks, it's not my problem." It's not my problem at all. And he was like, and then I started, and then someone had told me before that if you put a lemon in the garbage disposal, that it like sharpens the blades, right? And he's like, no. I was like, so I was like, so I would always throw things in there. And he's like, oh yeah, are you sending it to China, babe? I was like, sending it to China. Yep, it's going right down to China, baby. It was like, I always do this shit. Mexico's gone too. Sorry, Angela. Mexico's out of there too. Mm-hmm. Because somebody I don't care for is rooting for Mexico, so they gotta go. They're eliminated. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna go. I'm gonna still fuck with the good Mexican vacation, but I can't root for them. Fran, does manifesting work even if you read the old chats? Well, yeah, manifestation works all the time, but it depends on what old chats you're reading. Okay, I would hope and pray. Oh yeah, oh shit, I gotta do the photo. I would hope and pray, honestly, that you are seriously only reading the positive old chats. Why the fuck would you read the negative old chats? I really hope you're not doing that. I honestly hope you're not doing that. Because that literally makes zero fucking sense. Zero. Zilch. Nada. But I think 100% it's okay if you read the positive chats. I think that's great to go down and read the positive chats as if they're true now, right? As if you guys have been talking now. You should go through your text. If you have text with your SP still in your phone, you should go through them and delete the text that you don't like. You have the unfavorable ones. And read the text that only you like. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. Literally. That's what I would do. Because that's what would make sense. That would be what would, in my opinion, would make sense. Bevy, I think it's cute how you only pinned certain comments, but then you want to unpin the comment. You don't want to pin the comment where you said my list just got mega long. You know, we say that the 3D when it shows you something that we don't like. What do we say at 3D when it shows you something we don't like? How much he loves me. Good, Tail Feather. Good. You should write down all the things that they've said about you, right? This is a positive shit. She one-upped me on that one. Fucking rude, right? You should definitely, I honestly don't think we're going to have time for the method today unless we just want to do, why don't we just do a simplified version of the photo method, okay? Because you should all by now be seeing your SPs in a way that you want and expect them to be for you, because what the fuck? But Tail Feather, I think that's great that you did that, because now you can see how they feel about you. How do they feel about you? You know what I'm saying? Because if you see that, then it's like, yeah, I know he loves me because here's all the amazing, loving things that he said. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right, baby. Yeah. I don't even watch fucking soccer because we call it soccer around here. Because we're weird. But that's right. We're going to kick your ass. Game on. Like Goldilocks said. She said, England has to stay in until 7-4 so the U.S. can defeat them again. Keyword, again. Because you suck. Sab. I know. I was on the phone with Bevy. I'm like, I'm not talking to Sab today. She's not on my calendar. And she's like, no, she's a day early. Aww. Right. All right. We're going to do a very simplified version of the photo method today. Okay. So, get the photos of your SP out. Okay. And then when I do, I'm going to pause for a couple minutes so I can go to the bathroom. But I am going to give you an assignment to do, today. Aside from assigning positive meaning to fucking everything and not hurting your own fucking feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because it will help you. At least it should if you do it. Consistently. Why I figure out in my brain what the fuck I'm having for dinner tonight. I'm just kidding. I know what I'm having for dinner. I know what I'm making for dinner. For me and my boo-hoo. For me and my boo-hoo. Which, if you guys would get a grip and fucking start doing what I say, maybe you'd be able to make dinner for your boo too. All right. So you have your photo, you have a picture of your SPs out. Now, we're going to keep it nice, short, and sweet today because most of you on here probably this is probably not the first time you've met me before, okay? And I'm going to make a video recording, and I've got to record a video today because I need to upload it on TikTok tomorrow. There's that part too. So I do need to record a video today, but at least I got 2 videos. Okay. So anyway, now, I want you know who your SP is, okay? You need to see your SP very differently, and you know this, okay? Thought transmission works 100% of the time. Your subconscious mind never sleeps, so when you're dreaming about your SP, they're dreaming about you. When you think about your SP, they're thinking about you. The thoughts just flip. It's their thoughts, which is why when you want them to do something, it becomes their idea, right? Duh. Because then they're like, I think I want to do this. Of course, because it's their idea. So when you keep thinking about how you're not talking to them, they're thinking they don't want to talk to you. That's fucking stupid. Why would you do that? Okay? So we're not doing that today. All right? So I want you to say this I want you to say it with some authority. If you're alone, say it out loud. Say it with some backbone. If you're not alone, say it in your mind so you don't look like a wacko, okay? But I want you to right now tell yourself that I know that they are contacting me today because I said so. Say it out loud. I know they're contacting me today because I said so. When you say because I said so at the end, it's an empowering statement. Okay? It is an empowering statement. And you'll notice that there's a shift inside of you that happens when you say because I said so. Okay. So you can tell this. So if you're in no contact with your SP, or you're in contact, but it is not consistent contact, you're going to tell them to contact you. Okay. Now you're going to tell them this. You're going to tell them you can say contacting, calling, or texting me. Okay. Excuse me. However, they would naturally reach out to is exactly how it will do that. So you're going to tell them, you are calling me right now because I said so. You are calling me right now because I said so. You are calling me right now because I said so. You are calling me right now because I said so. Okay. If you're in consistent contact with your SP, then you are going to tell them that you're going to tell them that you can either tell them that they're contacting you right now because you said so, or you're coming to see me today because I said so. You are coming to see me today because I said so. Okay. If you are in any of the ships, friendship, situationship, relationship, situation, or marriage ship, any of those, then you have options. Everything ends with because I said so. You can say you're contacting me right now because I said so. You're coming to see me today because I said so. Or you can have fun with it. You're buying me flowers today. You're bringing me dinner tonight. You're cooking me dinner tonight. You're giving me a massage tonight. You're giving me sexy time tonight. You're buying me a gift today because I fucking said so. Everything is going to end with because I said so. Hone in on your power. Give your authority. Okay? I'm going to pause this live right now before I pee my pants. But you're going to do it right now because I said so. You're going to give your commands right now. This better be on and straightened up. And you're going to tell them because I said so. All right? Give your commands right now and expect them to contact you. All right. Now, expect them to contact you. Seriously. Your life is going to change. I love you. You need to expect them to contact you. Yes. McDonald's cup today with unsweetened iced tea because it comes with a meal. Well, my daughter insists on going there. Oh, I love that, Lisa with the butterfly. Hold on to those moments. Hold on to those moments, okay? Because they're always thinking about you. Yes, Miranda, you can still text the other guy that you think is hot and still get your SP, because you know what that does sometimes is sometimes it's a healthy distraction if that's your shit, okay? Because sometimes it's a healthy distraction. You know what I'm saying? To keep your mind, to keep your, because what it does is it helps put you on that pedestal. Okay? Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Stop identifying with trauma, but let it purge out. Let it purge out. Yeah, and you have to hold on to that. Like, he knows I'm his lifelong partner, right? Anything, this is what I want you guys to do today. Anything they have told you about, okay? Anything positive that they have told you how they feel about you today, in your relationship in the past, anything they've ever told you that's positive about how they feel about you, I want you to remember that. If you have to write it all down, make a whole fucking laundry list of everything they have told about you. He's apart with not much contact and 3 years previous living together. What? Oh, it's entirely up to you, Sage Insight. Some people do both. It's entirely up to you. You have to play your part. So, I mean, we still, if you get manifest for me, it still comes with a coaching call. There's that part. Okay. But you're going to make a list. Okay. I want everybody to make a list today. Everything they've ever told about, everything they've ever said about how they feel about you, things that they love about your relationship, all that shit. I want you to go ahead and I want you to write it all down. Whole laundry list of shit. Okay. You're going to take that list. And you're going to remind yourself of this. You're going to tell yourself, you're going to go through the list. I know that he sees me as a lifelong partner. I know this. And he knows that he sees me as a lifelong partner. Okay. I know that I'm the love of his life. He knows I'm the love of his life. I know this. He knows this. I know this. He knows this. I know this. He knows this. Period. You're not going to snoop today. Today we're done snooping. We're done fucking being private investigators. We're done being stalkers. We're done acting crazy. Okay? We're done with all that bullshit that's causing you to trigger. Okay? We're done with all that shit. We're not doing that today. Okay? We're not doing that today. Give yourself the day off. Give yourself the day off. Okay? And you're going to go in whole laundry list mode of everything he's ever said about you. And it's like, I know this. He knows this. 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 What do you want him to know? Thought transmission goes both directions, okay? You know, because when you get clear about how he feels about you, he has to get clear about how he feels about you, but you can also control how he feels about you, because that's how thought transmission works. It doesn't work one direction. right? So if you're like, he knows this, then what do you think he thinks? I know that she's my lifelong partner. That's the thought being transferred to him. Yeah, 3 utter trash affirmations. 4, actually. She's fucking crazy. Okay? Say it in your natural language. Everything that you guys should be doing should be said in your natural language in a way that you would naturally speak. I cuss, so I cuss in my affirmations. Okay? But if that's not you, then you just say, she's crazy. She's absolutely crazy. He hates her. All they do is argue. She's gone away. He hates her. All they do is argue. She's gone away. Okay? Start assuming that she's crazy. Okay? Tell yourself that she's crazy. He hates her. All they do is argue. She's gone away. Simple good trash affirmations. Okay? But that's what... Oh, you could do that, Sab. If that's how you're more comfortable in doing, then do that. Okay? So that's your task today, is no snooping, no digging, no assigning negative meaning to shit. Okay? You're only going to put you're going to focus from this point forward on protecting your feelings. I'm going to protect my feelings, and thinking this thought is not protecting my feelings. So why would I think that way? Because that's not protecting my feelings at all. So I'm not going to think that thought. Okay? Not at all. I'm going to think what's going to serve my feelings, what's going to benefit my feelings, what's going to make me feel better. And this thought is going to make me feel much better. So I'm going to think that thought instead. Okay? I'm going to make this whole laundry list of all the shit that I want. Okay? That I want for my SP. And I'm I love that, Sab. I love that. You guys are hilarious because a lot of you beg, sorry, my English is bad. I'm like, I can understand you. And a whole laundry list. I don't care. I don't care if they've said 50,000 things to you. Well, then and you're going to run through that list. Okay? And you're going to flip it. He knows this. He knows that. He knows this. He knows that because he said it to you first and foremost. We'll start with the obvious. Okay? Or she. And you're going to run through that whole list. Okay? Because it's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit you, and you're transferring the right thoughts you want them to have. I know that I know she's the one for me. Yeah, he knows he needs me. He knows this. He knows he needs me. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it, Sab. Don't do it. Don't do it because your tarot card readings are only indicative of your thought space. That's all it is. Okay? So I was curious about ChatGPT tarot card reader. I didn't know it was a thing, actually, until I Googled it, and it's actually a whole separate chat thing. And so I was like, what prompt do I give them? And so I gave him a prompt, and that spit out I said, take what you need, what you know, this, that, and the third, and give me my tarot card reading. And I got a great reading. Why? Because my thought space is great. Okay. But tarot card readings trigger people because a tarot card reader is not right. If she gives you a reading that you don't like, tarot card readers aren't right. It's your thought about them. It's your thought about them. You know what I'm saying? That it's your thought that's the one that pushes out because you're like, oh my God, she's right. She's right. Oh my God. And then they were right. But you telling yourself, choosing to believe what they tell you is what pushes out. Okay. And that's the thing when you guys say, I have a hard time. How do you believe? I don't know. How the fuck do you believe what some stupid tarot card reader says that you heard one time? And not all tarot cards are bad. We have tarot card readers in our community. We do. They're manifesting, but they're honest tarot card readers. They say like your energy you have to come with different energy if you want a good reading. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. If you're coming uncertain and just not knowing, and feeling very uncertain and being in a low place emotionally, then you're not going to get the reading you want. And they know that. They tell their people that. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Like there's good tarot card readers out there, but you would have to know them. I wouldn't trust a single tarot card reader that's not in our community. I wouldn't trust them. Okay, because there's way too many bullshit ones out there that will just take your money, and a lot of them will take your, and same as spellcasters, please do not buy a spell on TikTok. Okay, please do not buy a spell on TikTok, because most spellcasters on TikTok are scam artists. Okay, they will take your money, especially if they're $20. Okay, they'll take your money, and then they'll have you fill out a form, give you all their information, SP's photo, and the whole fucking works. And then they'll reapproach you for more money. And then they'll threaten you that if you don't pay them more said money, that they're going to send all that to your SP. I know, literally, Tyrese. But a lot of people have, and then because they get them at $20, and then they're reapproached for hundreds of dollars until that they're going to be sent and then blackmailed. And that's awful. So stay off of that shit. And then, yeah, I wouldn't trust them though, you know, except for the ones in our community, because they're good people and I know them. I've talked to them. I know how they do their shit. And that's the thing. You have to be in a good headspace in order for you to get a good reading. Okay. So let's not do all that. Okay. Let's do what I told you to do. Make an entire list of everything that they've ever told you about how they feel about you and what they love about your relationship together. And I want you to tell yourself that you know this. He knows 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 this. Because it flips, right? Because what you know, when you know how he feels about you, he knows how he feels about you, right? But let's speed it up, right? Let's speed it up. So while you're telling yourself you know this, you're also flipping it to he also knows this shit too. So then you flip it, right? And anything unfavorable that they've said to you, flip it to the opposite and be like, he knows this. I know this. He knows this, right? Like if they ever said like, it just doesn't feel right. The only thing that feels right in his life, he knows that the only thing that feels right is being with me. He knows the only thing that feels right to him is being with me. I know the only thing that feels right to him is being with me, right? You flipped it, okay? And now you're telling him the things, especially if he says something at the breakup, right? You want to take what they said at the breakup, flip that too, and now you know this and he knows this. You know this and he knows this, and you're going to do this because we want those thoughts to be transferred to him quicker, or her quicker, right? We want them to be transferred quicker. So let's tell your SP what the fuck they know. What do they know? That's your task, is to tell your SP exactly what the hell he knows. And you could also take that entire list and also look at their photo and be like, you know this, 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 right? Each thing on the list. Exactly. So he knows that I'm the best person to be his wife. I know I'm the best person to be his wife. And then when I'm looking at his photo, you know that I'm the best person to be your wife. Yeah. Say it with some like, you remember tonality is everything, right? In communication. So say it with like some assurity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't sit there and be like, you know this. No. I'm like, you know, oh no, you know this. You know I'm the love of your life, like, period. You know, you absolutely know I'm the love of your life, shit. Right? That assurity, that certainty. Exactly. You know damn well. Yeah, it is. It's creating that and talking to them about what they know, right? Because now you're triple binding if you look at it this way, right? You're triple binding it because you're creating by saying, I know everything that they've told you about how they feel about you and love about your relationship, right? By you saying, I know, you're creating the assumption within yourself, right? Which is what pushes out But by you also saying he knows, your thought transmitting over to him what the fuck he knows. Okay? As in now he's like, I know this, right? Now you're looking at his photo because it's like, okay, here's also what you know. Yeah, you know all this, you know this, you know this, you know this, you know this. So now he hears it again. So we're helping rev him up in his assumptions too. Okay? That is your task. I just thought about this shit right now. I can be coming up with shit quick. Let me call it that. I mean, there's this thing called the list method, but not my list method. This is now my fucking list method. Yes, poor tabs. That would be one that you could say. But why would you say that? Who cares if you're divorced? And does he know you're divorced? No. I'm writing my note. Okay. This method with thought transmission. Okay. So that's your task. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. You said you have a little chatty chat with him. Irene. No, that was an awful example. Poor times. It was an awful example. It could be like, I'm the best. I'm the best thing that's ever happened to you. I'm the best woman that you've ever met. You know this. I'm your soulmate. If you believe in soulmates, I believe. I'm your soulmate. You can't live without me. Come on, get a grip. Oh, that's good, Lisa. Keep that conversation. Just keep that conversation. Let it fly. Just let it fly, girl. And start watching the money rolling in. Start watching the money rolling in. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't need to have a chatty chat with your real estate agents, Betty, because you already got the place, dude. They're already accepting your offer. They're already accepting your offer. You get approved for every home that you apply for. You literally get approved for every home that you apply for. I got a jet. I got 1 minute before a coaching call. And then I panic. Because then because I can't cut your call short because that doesn't make any sense, right? And then now all calls run behind. And then I panic. My daughter's taking summer school right now about health. And I'll be like, did you do your summer? She's like, I'm already done. I was like, I guess if you haven't. And she needs something to do in the summertime. You know what I mean? Stay in her room at her desk. Now she does, by the way, she doesn't do homework at her desk. She only does video editing at her desk. I'm like, what is the point of your desk exactly? Other than the fact that you use it to do video editing and to draw. She's a great drawer. But that's all you do at your desk. You don't do, homework at your desk. She doesn't even do summer school at her desk. But where's her Chromebook? In her room, at her desk. I'm like, so you take your Chromebook out of your room, off your desk, to sit at the kitchen table. Good tail feather, of course. Why wouldn't he move to Miami with you? Why wouldn't he? I am poor times. I know. And now she wants, it's an emotional support desk. All right, besties, I love you. If you're interested in having me manifest your SP4 year and want to work with me one-on-one to figure out where you're going wrong so you can get it right, all links are in my bio. Make sure that you grab your new SP story as well as, what up, Kim Fine's girlfriend? I'm about to jet right now, sis. Make sure you grab your new SP story and your SP song because the SP songs are super lit and super fire and you're going to enjoy every waking second of your SP's song. And it's going to be your wedding song anyway, so you may as well grab one now since it's custom to you. You know what I mean? Also, I have a WhatsApp community, all that glorious shit, guided meditations, hypnosis audios, anything else to rev you up. If you did not hear what today's assignment was, well, I guess joke's on you. Joke's on you. But I'll probably put a voice recording in the WhatsApp group so you guys can hear it in case you were not here. Okie dokie. Because I want as many of you guys to do this. I think it's going to really, really help a lot of you. Okay. I go live every day on TikTok at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever if you ever miss a live, I always put them on the Tube of the U. And so, yeah, go over there, watch them, subscribe while you're there. The link is in my bio. Or all links to work with me are in my description if you're on YouTube. Okay? All right, besties. I love all of you. And I'll see you all later. Bye.